Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. I am your host,
Chuck Manatee.
And in today's episode, we are going to be having a look at the trailer that was released by Warner Brothers Canada, Mortal Kombat 2. So this is an official trailer that came out a couple of days ago, so it's relatively fresh. So I'm not going to go through all the ifs, buts, coconuts, and etc. in betweens as far as the cast. I've done a video like that just a couple of days ago. So if you want to go have a look at that, I do a little bit of a deep dive into the characters, how I felt they were actually fitting to the characters in the game, and etc. etc. So if you want to have a look at that, that was not even a week ago on the channel, so go check that out. But with regards to today, I actually just wanted to have a look at the trailer and then have a chat about it. So without any further ado, let's have a look at the trailer for Mortal Kombat 2.
Uno mas, thanks.
You're Johnny Cage. I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
They should do a reboot.
Nobody wants that. Shit went out in the 90s.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight.
Tell me you're not some crazy fans. How are you doing that?
Are you coming or what?
Where the hell am I?
It's called Mortal Kombat. It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
Fuck that.
This is a war for the fate of your world.
You dickheads in or what? I'm not some champion. I don't have transformer arms. Or shoot lightning bolts. This shit's got nothing to do with me. I'm an actor.
I find you annoying.
Not the face.
There's a war going on outside. You can run, but you can't hide forever, ever.
It's time to become the hero you were meant to be. All right, you big ugly fuck. It's showtime. Get over here!
Only the strong survive.
Finish him!
Are you shitting me? You don't have any powers? Just incredibly handsome.
And that was the trailer for Mortal Kombat 2. So, yeah, you get a lot more information in this trailer than, just the little snippets that I showed you the last time, which was more of like a sort of press release kind of vibe. So this is a lot more trailer than the first time, and then obviously after the press release. So this gives a lot more context about what's happening exactly. So, Johnny Cage is a somewhat washed up actor You know, there's a fan that approaches him, you know, saying he loves his stuff, etc. And yeah, and then you see his catchphrase that's actually on his car. You can see him whipping out his posters and all that sort of stuff. And Showtime is his kind of catchphrase or whatever that, you know, he's had in his movies. Raiden pops up, and Johnny Cage thought that he's just some sort of cosplay fan or whatever the case is, and then he starts shooting out lightning bolts, obviously opening up the portal to where the Mortal Kombat, what do you call it, the Mortal Kombat competition's going to be, and invites him there. You kind of get a little scene with him and Kitana, which is really cool. Her character looks on point. I think I might have said before that she doesn't look exactly right, but you know, like pictures can be a little bit deceiving. So what I had seen wasn't exactly what I was anticipating, but hers, I might have said it's like quite close, but I'm actually very happy with how she looks. The little spinning fan thing with her and the fighting or whatever the case is, that's really cool. And then obviously this is definitely going to be R-rated. There's not even a maybe. Yeah, because there's a lot of blood and gore and you know, explicit language and that kind of stuff. So this is 100% going to be R-rated, so that's not even a maybe. Yeah, but besides that, you get a lot of cool looks at the backdrops, which are very similar to the earlier Mortal Kombat games. They do feature in the later ones, you know, like a redone version. But the backgrounds in this look really, really cool. I'm glad that they've done that, because they kind of tried it in the original one, you know, to get a feel for it, but it didn't quite look like the game aesthetic. So I'm really glad that there's a lot of backgrounds that are very similar to the game aesthetic. You see a little bit of fights with Jax as well. You see the power set of Liu Kang and Raiden, so that's cool. You know, Liu Kang obviously a lot of fire, but it looks like in this one, just a sidebar, but it looks like Johnny Cage is going to be the catalyst for winning this time for Earthrealm. So the original ones were obviously very centered to Liu Kang, who has always been the you know, the hero for Earthrealm for the most part, and this one looks like it's going to be Johnny Cage centered, which is weird, because not weird, it's interesting, let's rather say that, because he's the only guy who doesn't have powers. So he's fighting all these people with these crazy powers. Even Sonya, you'll see that there's a fight between her and Sindel, and you can see her like very sort of highlighted or neon rings that she shoots out, and those are kind of fighting against Sindel's scream. It must be Sindel. I would bet money on it. But yeah, you get like a slight scene with Baraka, and I was actually saying in the last video, I really hope that his mouth moves in almost like sections, like it's crawling like a centipede, and it does exactly that. So I was very happy with how it looks. I always thought, like, if he spoke, what it would look like and whatever. I mean, you do see in the later games, it kind of does that, but it looks really cool in this trailer. Jade does not look exactly like her character, so I'm not super psyched that she's you know, that she, like, her character in the game and how she looks in the movie is quite different. You know, Kitana, Melina and Jade kind of looked the same, and they had their masks on. Obviously they can't just wear them the whole time, they would be silly or whatever, but Jade actually doesn't have a shaved head, she has long hair. So yeah, she doesn't look exactly how she's looked for since Mortal Kombat 1 till now, so that's a bit different. You get a little glimpse of Shao Kahn, which is cool. That's obviously played by Martin Ford, as I mentioned in the previous video. So of course you'd get him because he's an absolute monster. So You know, he's as big as you'd think Shao Kahn would be. Shao Kahn might even be a bit bigger in the games, but I mean, this guy's well big enough to play the character. The absolute beast of a man. And then, yeah, you get a little glimpse of how much better Scorpion has got since the first movie. And then, of course, the get over here with his spears, where he completely separates Noob Saibot into his two separate entities, and then, you know, basically disposes of him. Because he's like it's like a weird... It's not like normal blood, it's like a slushy blue thing, because he's almost like half spirit, half person, you know, combined into one. Because if you fight him with the character, you'll see it's like there's two parts to him. So even though there's one character, there's certain moves that you do where they split into two, which is really cool. I'm glad that they've stuck to that. Yeah, and then just a crazy montage of different fights towards the end, and a little joke between Kano and Johnny Cage. You know, asking, hey, can you help? And he's like, I'd love to, but you know, it's like, are you serious? You don't have powers, kind of thing. Almost blast him with his eye as well at the same time. But yeah, so far so good. I'm actually quite looking forward to this as a fan of the game. I've been a big fan for years. I've mentioned that in the previous video. So this should be a lot of fun. So that's why I said, for the most part, the characters are looking very much on point. Jade's character, besides not having the long hair, kind of looks okay. Her green stick looks really cool in her outfit, but just missing the long hair, which she has in the game. So that would have been cool to see, like, you know, with her actually looking how you think she would look, but. Maybe there's a reason for it. We'll see. But yeah, otherwise, I'm very excited about this movie. Even more so with this trailer. So this is from Warner Brothers Canada, just in case you want to go check out some other stuff there. Warner Brothers Canada has obviously all the Canadian trailers for Warner Brothers that get distributed. So that's why I thought, because it's new and there's a few scenes that hasn't been seen, I thought it'd be cool to show on today's show. So, but if you enjoyed today's trailer and the show, please do pop that in the comments below, as well as showing us some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But that is it for today's episode of the Everything Podcast, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.